I'm in PA right now. Oh,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I'm
All
in
right. We
PA
about
right
to.
now, but I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay. All right. Well, we about to get ready to start. All right.
Let me do
Hey,
I,
what's up?
do I
All
do that
right.
intro and all that? Do your
About to
thing.
do it.
All
About to do it right now.
right.
All right. Yep. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Timothy Hill, and I am the producer of the Heart to Heart Relationship Talk Show. I don't have none of my co-producers joining me today, but shout out to Trina and shout out to D Walls Can Talk. Today I have It's Only Right joining us for the interview. What's going on? It's Only Right. How you doing?
What's going on? I'm good. I appreciate y'all having me. You know, it's only right. Artist, president, certified nation, owner, write your own history. It's only right brand clothing, which I'm promoting right now as usual. But you know, I'm just a man of many talents. Just doing my thing out here grinding.
Okay. So before we get into the interview, could you let viewers know exactly who you are, what you do, and then where they could find you?
It's only right. Artist, MC, president of Certified Nation Entertainment. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It's only right. IOW on all platforms. Also owner, Write Your Own History. It's only right clothing brand. It's more than a movement; it's a lifestyle. So that's me.
Okay, okay. So can you share with viewers a little bit about the name It's Only Right? Where did you get that? And then also, has that been your only name as an artist, or did you have any names prior to that?
Oh, I had a bunch of names, and I had P.
Yeah.
Dot, Twiz, Fu Just. I had a plethora. I mean, what artist hasn't had a bunch of names? I was, you know what I mean? I had A. Dot, A. Tuck. I had a bunch of names. But the name is only right derived from. I used to run with this crew called Majority Rules. Shout out to Majority Rules, P Major Snapshot from Harlem, uptown. And he gave me like 4 steps. Just right, animate, delivery, memorization. Just as I was coming up and just so the just right, I was like, yo, just right. That's dope. And in the
Yeah.
beginning, in my mind, I'm like, I don't really want to be a rapper out there. As far as a star, I just want to write. So I thought just right was a dope name. So I took the just right and I use it as an acronym. The JUS, I use it as juveniles under surveillance. Also
Mhm.
meaning we always being watched.
Right.
So that was my mind state at that time. So that's why I got the just right. Further going along, I realized that in order for people to think I'm dope as a writer, they gotta hear me. I gotta get it out there. How they gonna know I'm dope if no one is you know what I mean? No one's hearing the rhymes I'm writing.
Right.
So I took the name just right. Started doing my rap thing. Started out as a hype man. For Majority Rules, I got my stage presence, built my stage presence up. Fast forward to that, to make a long story short, I just grew and reinvented myself. Just right, just right. It's only right. Was just to me, man. It's only right that I succeed. It's only right I become who I am. I'm destined to be who God made me to be. So that's where it's only right came from in a nutshell.
Oh, that's dope, bro. That's real dope. Now going through your profile, I noticed that you also have that you produce, and then you also have a clothing brand. So can you share with viewers a little bit about the It's Only Right TV, and then also about your clothing brand, Write Your Own History?
Yes. Write Your Own History TV came about. Well, I got before I get there, I gotta go back, take it back to how I even started doing like the podcast and radio. I used to run with this woman, Jenny Q, and she had a production company, and she introduced me to GID Radio, Get It Done Radio, and I just started hosting and just not even having like schooling or really a real understanding of what it meant to be on the radio. I was just being who I was. That grew into me wanting to get onto my podcast and then hosting my other radio show from WVMR Radio, Rockville Entertainment Radio, Welcome to Rights World Radio. So moving along, the Right Your Own History TV thing became about because I figured we didn't have a platform as far as underground artists, whoever, poets, whatever it was. I felt that we needed a platform where you didn't have to pay for it, or it wasn't ran by people that was based around them. So the Right to History TV was not about me. for instance, when people ask me why I do it, I respond with, it's not really me. This is God's thing. Because even when I don't want to do it, I do it. Because it's like, it's not me controlling that movement, if that makes sense. So it came about because I figured we needed a platform or somewhere to broadcast or put a spotlight on people that are not talked about, are not on Facebook, or don't have 10 million followers or 5,000 followers, or they're not on TV, or they're not famous, or they're not they're not promoting the good they're doing, whether it's helping people, I'm giving back to the community, or whatever it may be, their own company. It could be a small business. So I figured that create a platform. I figured I have a voice, and whether it's 2 people tuning in or 2,000, someone can learn something from the person I'm interviewing at that moment.
Okay.
So that's where the Right to Own History TV platform came about. The clothing line was just a derision, a branch off of It's Only Right and who I was, because when I started doing music seriously, it was me and my brothers, blood brothers, like not a gang, but we real brothers. It was 4 of us. So we started writing our names on clothes. I was never into the design of clothing. I have nothing against it. It just wasn't my thing, because personally, I didn't really feel a connection with that. The clothes weren't made for me. So we just started writing names on our own clothes, and that became something where the name It's Only Right, I thought about the pencil. So, Right to Own History, which is basically anybody chasing their goal, chasing their dream, not following what someone else told them to do because it's what they did or because it was their path. We all have our own path, whether you're 8 or 80. If God woke you up, you have a path to go on. It doesn't mean that you have to go to school for 4 years. And I have nothing against people that, whatever it is, you don't just sometimes you have to follow your own path, because I believe we all have that thing inside of us, that calling where we fight it because it's uncomfortable. It's not it's not what our mother, our parents wanted, or not what our husband wanted, or our wife, or whatever it may be. So I just try to live by that. The Right to Own History moniker is more than a clothing line. It's kind of a lifestyle that I don't only promote, but I try to stand by in my everyday life. Okay. So that's how that came along.
Okay. How important is it for people to kind of know their own history, in your opinion?
I think it's very important, as far as even talking about their ancestral history and just knowing how their story wants to be told when they're not here. I rather me go out doing my own thing, telling my own story, than someone, when I'm going, someone telling deciding how I live, or telling people how you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go. I want to go with my version. And then I also believe that's important, because we are our own editor. Like we it's so crazy, because a lot of people, the world was just waiting for someone to tell them what to do, or tell them follow this person, when you can be you are the one, you are that person. Whether you're the doctor that you're looking for, or the whatever, the next movie director, like, why don't make them kind of movies? You make them. I mean, it sounds easy, but it kind of is that easy. We kind of make it difficult because it's uncomfortable. Sometimes we have to unlearn what we already know to know what we should know. Easier said than done. I'm talking to myself most of the time, because I go through that. I'm a human being. I was taught go to school for this amount, get a job for this amount of years, retire and live off this social security that you can't even live off when you got the job. So you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing against my mother or her mother, because they only know what you could teach, what you know. So so it's important that we understand that we have to know what we want, and we have to live our life. It doesn't mean be selfish in a cocky and selfless way, but you have to know, take care of you first. That's just reality.
Okay. Well, I was told that you bring a very positive outlook, and we're really looking forward to seeing you on the show Wednesday. So to kind of give you a little taste of what the show is, we got a question from one of our past shows that we're gonna ask you. And before we ask, are you able to share with viewers? Are you giving advice from a single perspective or a relationship perspective?
Not both. I mean, relationship. I talk from what I've been through, what I went through. people I've known that's close to me, what I've seen. I don't try to, like, I'm not trying to be a preacher. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. It's just think about other ways. It's not one way, to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can make it a few different ways on a few different pieces of bread. So it's more than one way to achieve your dream. You might get to the NBA from going to the G League or going to Europe. Everybody don't go from high school the regular way, the so-called the right way. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's path is different. So I try to talk from me. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's from me. You have to just think about, you know what? It's all about, to me, it's all about changing the outlook on how people think. Like, we all can learn from each other, whether you're, again, 8 or 80. It's something that I feel we all interact for a reason. Whatever, we don't see it, we don't understand it. It's not our job to understand it. It's to pay attention to it and try to get something from it, from every encounter, whether it's what not to do or what to do.
Yeah, right. Someone's teaching you something,
all the time. We just don't see it, because sometimes we look for something big and it's small and we miss it.
Right. Okay, so the question we have from our previous show, in your opinion, and speaking in terms of today, what do you feel lasts longer, relationships or sneaky links, and why?
Sneaky links. I think relationship, a real relationship will always stand the test of time. A sneaky link is just what it is, a sneaky link. And if it got to be sneaky, how long can it really last? Because let's be real. Even sometimes the side chick, no matter what she say or what the side dude say, eventually they want to be number one. Eventually, Kobe had to tell Shaq, "Yo, this is my team, bro. I'm tired of being second fiddle." It's just human nature. I think a genuine relationship will last longer because especially if it's built on a foundation, open communication, things of that nature. Sneaky links, they're built on a lie. There's no foundation with that. So it may last 5-10 years. It can be good until it's not. Then your whole world crumbles.
Right.
So that I believe a relationship will last longer than a sneaky link.
Okay, man. I like that answer, man, and I definitely look forward to having you Wednesday on the show. But before we get off, can you please let people know again who you are, where they can find you, and then also if you have any new projects coming out, if you have any new events that you'd like to tell people about your clothing, where they can find your clothing brand, go ahead and share that.
Yes, once again, it's only right. Artist, owner of It's Only Right brand, right on History Clothing, president, Certified Nation Entertainment. You can find me on Instagram at It's Only Right IOW. My link for my clothing line is on that. It's a link in my bio. Just click the link. All the information is there. I do have 2 projects coming out. Welcome to the Suffocation 2, the follow-up to my first EP, which is on Tidal, Spotify, Amazon Music. And I'm working on a mixtape called Ain't Nothing Safe, which I'm just destroying just a bunch of different beats, because I still miss the old beats, the way they made me feel, the feeling I had. And I'm doing a show also on my compadres, City the Great, April 6th, Coney Island at the amphitheater. Shout out to City the Great. We also shooting the rest of that New York Sound Like This video, which is on all platforms, the new single, Crazy. And yeah, so that's it. I could talk about that all day. So sometimes I just so, but yeah. Right. Instagram, like I said, Instagram, It's Only Right, spelled ITSONLYWRITEIOW. On Facebook, I'm Brooklyn Bread. But yeah, so that's me.
All right, man. We definitely look forward to seeing you. And for those of you that's watching, you can catch the show Wednesday, July 19th at 8 p.m. Tickets are on Eventbrite. This show is free. So all you have to do is put your email in there and you'll get a link sent over for the actual show, where you'll be able to actually submit questions on relationships live into the show and get the perspective from It's Only Right and other panelists that's going to be on the show, followed by a chance for you to respond back to them. So this is a fun show, interactive. You don't want to miss this show. All right. So before we get off, got to shout out our sponsors. Shout out to Certified Nation Entertainment. Shout out to Pharcyde TV. Shout out to Starboard Mind Records. And of course, shout out to Streamcasting, where we'll be streaming our show. So till then, we'll check you guys out Wednesday, July 19th.
Yeah, salute. Shout out Pharcyde TV. Salute to y'all. Oh, before I go, write your own history or someone will write it for you.
There you go. Thank you, man. Thank you for your time, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
You too. Have a good night.
All right. Peace.